When I first heard this concept about letting go, it felt a bit too abstract for my mind. And I didn't really understand how I could let go. And your mind, especially like I said, in the Western culture, your mind is always just focused on doing, 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 doing. So when somebody gives you an instruction to not do anything, your mind is like, okay, but how do I not do anything? And you get kind of disorientated or confused. So I'll explain way more concretely how to set up this condition for surrender to happen. So you can practice it, so you can see for yourself how it works. So the first thing that happens is you feel a negative emotion. With positive emotions, you don't have to worry about those. You feel a negative emotion. So let's say fear. Fear is a common one that you might feel a lot in your day-to-day life. So fear arises, and fear has a distinct quality in your conscious experience. It feels maybe like a tightness in your chest, or maybe in your stomach. Maybe you feel a tension in your mind. So when these sensations appear, what you do practically is you sit down and you watch the sensations. You try to understand the sensations with a curiosity almost. You see what's going on in your body. So the physical sensations, the mental sensations, and then also watch the thoughts. So this is where people get tripped up with the letting go technique. It's that they attach onto the thoughts heavily. So your mind is going to generate thoughts. You feel these sensations, and then your mind generates thoughts. And all of these thoughts are going to be rationalizations of the sensations that you're feeling. There's going to be a story around these sensations that make them seem really important, that urge you to take your fear seriously. Your mind will start generating these thoughts, and then you will get lost in these thoughts. You will start thinking, oh, okay, yeah, I'm feeling fear because of this, because of that. And then you start going down this rabbit hole of trying to understand your fear in a logical way, using your thoughts and rationality. But this whole process is a scam. So you sit down, you're feeling these sensations, thoughts start appearing in your mind, and you get lost in those thoughts. What you do practically at this moment is you bring it back to the sensations, to the feelings. A thought will appear, and it will be a really juicy, really tasty thought. It's going to be like, oh, you're afraid because this is going to happen, or because this person said this, and then you're going to create this whole story, and it's going to be really enticing. But what you're going to do practically is you're going to notice that that is a story. That is the story you're telling yourself, that your thoughts are telling you to rationalize your feelings. And so you're going to understand that, you're going to notice that, and then you're going to just not engage. You're not going to take the bait that your mind has set up for you. And you're going to return back to the sensations that you feel in your body. Those negative sensations, those uncomfortable sensations. And so this process is a disidentification with your thoughts. Letting go is actually realizing that you're not your thoughts, and you're not even your feelings. You're the presence that is watching these, or that all of this is appearing within. So don't take the bait for your thoughts. Notice your emotions, and then eventually, like sleep, they just happen. They happen, and the emotion melts away. It dissolves away. And it's scary because you're relinquishing control. You need to understand you're letting go of your ego. You're letting go of your ability to decide what's going to happen. You have no idea what's going to happen. And this is why this process is so scary. You have no control over what actually happens on the other side of that emotion. What happens when I just sit down, when I don't act, when I just be with these emotions? But the good news is that it's always better. I know this sounds insane, and probably super counterintuitive, but it just seems to be a law of the universe, just the way the world works, the way the universe works, is when you sit, when you're aware, when you let go of an emotion, you just feel better and things work out in a way that is more ideal for your experience. You just have a better experience overall. And it's really, really interesting. I don't know why exactly it works that way, but it just seems to be the case. So you can kind of have that understanding, and that understanding will later turn into like a faith almost, a faith born from understanding, where you see this process unfolding every single time. Oh, I do feel better when I let go. I do feel better. And then you just keep doing it. And then you're just like, oh my God, like I don't actually have to control every single emotion. It just takes care of it, like for me. Just this letting go process just takes care of my emotions for me. And so it's really counterintuitive at the start and very scary. But as you do it more and more, and as you gain evidence from your own personal experience, you're going to feel confident in letting go. And you're going to do it more and more. And it's like a snowball effect.